If you're a boater or know a boater, after a long day on the water, the last thing we want to do is clean a boat. So when Salty Captain reached out to me about their all-in-one bucket bundle and making my life easier, I had to try it. It may even make a pretty good gift for somebody. So let's see what we got in our bucket. We've got our Captain's musket. We've got a pretty soft bristle brush, drip dry post-wash hydro coat, engine flush. This we're gonna have to test out. Big ShamWow kind of towel, some salt wash detergent, all-purpose cleaner. Maybe we can try this on our rug. And we've got some Captain Seal anti-rust and corrosion spray. So let's start off with some salt wash detergent. Now they do give you a bunch of rings and stuff, so if anything's leaking, don't forget to use these. Now one thing that's interesting, there is no straw or anything that goes into this like others. So we got 3 settings on here. We've got off with the X, we've got rinse, and then we've got wash with the little bubbles on there. So the gun works good. So now I'm just gonna bring out the heavy artillery for this. We're not gonna use a little brush to soap up the boat. Now my boat was pretty clean to begin with, but I gotta say, I can see the dirt coming off. You would see just all the soap and the dirt coming down. Bird poop over here. Pretty good job. The more we're using it, the clearer this is actually getting. We'll give it a little rinse. I'm gonna give the drip dry post-wash hydro coat a shot now. This has to dilute. My boat is 23 years old. It needs all the help it can get. I am going full strength with this sucker. So that hydro coat did a pretty nice job on the windshield. All right, so I just changed the nozzles. Let's check this nozzle out. Look at that flag. I mean, this wind is blowing right in my face. Check this out. This thing's going pretty freaking far. We have an assortment of microfiber towels with different colors for different applications. Now, there's no difference between any of these towels other than the color. Now, having said that, I obviously didn't rinse this off soon enough. So I've got a lot of kind of watermarks and streaks on here. So let's use one of our towels and wipe this up. We are now going to put this to the test. These cushions are a mess. So I've cleaned this twice now. This is more of a shadow than you're seeing, more than the black stain that was here. But this is actually pretty good for not having to use bleach. Where the rust spot was, here's where that other spot was. And there's still a little bit of rust there, but it's definitely a lot cleaner. The all-purpose cleaner just sit on here overnight. I didn't even wipe it down, and that looks pretty good. Now this is anti-rust and corrosion spray, but let's see what it does on rust and corrosion right now. Now one of the other great things about this anti-rust and corrosion is it's made with lanolin. And if you didn't know, there's a couple other products, very expensive, that have lanolin in it, and it's perfect on dark fiberglass. So here's my helm. This has been covered with a cover for 23 years. This has had exposure coming through the windshield, hitting it for 23 years. Now everything here looks kind of faded because it is. And now we will use the Captain Seal. So we're just gonna let that sit and penetrate before we wipe it down. Now look at that shine. It looks like brand new again. Finally, we need to use our engine flush, which I don't do enough of. Honestly, I don't ever do it. So this is actually a good thing. Now this is just a standard garden hose fitting on here. So this is perfect. I just got a 4-foot clear hose with my engine flush adapter on the end of it. So now all we gotta do is just put it on. Water, wash. And you can already see the bubbles coming out of the exhaust at the back. So we'll just let this run until it's almost clear. And in the meantime, we can even take a bubble bath if we want to. That went clear pretty quick. Okay, so what do I like most about this bucket bundle? It has to be this gun. One, it collapses back down into a box this size, which is great. Also, the trigger is really good. You get some good adapters, and you get 2 quick release adapters, one with and one without the screen. It hooks up to a regular garden hose, as you saw when I was flushing my boat. So would this make a pretty nice gift for somebody for the holidays? Yeah, it would. So let me know what you think down below. Check out the description below for any discount codes. Until next time, Captain John, out.